D2L type of LMS sparks my interest as to whether any type of LMS needs to be the end-all, be-all for learning online. I believe that we really only need an LMS for dashboard, for grades, posting assignments and rubrics. This thinking led me to look into PLEs, or personal learning environments. I was intrigued by the idea of students personalizing their learning platform. I like the idea, as we did with our 504 posts on our Weebly sites, that students are able to develop their own learning environment and be able to use tools that will help enhance their own learning, such as with Facebook, Twitter, Extra Normal, Collaborate Classroom, Sumeta, and other such resources they wish to use. If we only focus on a D2L type of platform, then we are restricting learning to only what is offered on those sites. It would also be quite a bit easier to post most of their assignments on their sites rather than having to use a Dropbox or email the instructor a link to work they have done. This way, the instructor has the one link to the student's site, and from there they can access students' work and also have a broader view of the overall learning that is going on, instead of the disjointed assignments being Dropboxed or the instructor having to follow various other links to other assignments.
Hi, I'm Stephen Downs. I'd like to take a few minutes today to talk about the difference between a learning management system, also known as a VLE, and a personal learning environment, also known as a PLE. A learning management system is something with which you are probably all familiar. A learning management system sits in an educational institution or a corporation or a government and provides a centralized repository of content and services. Individual learners, represented here by nice smiley faces, access the learning management system and obtain the content. They can also perform activities on the learning management system, including having discussions with themselves, having conferences with themselves, and these days even having live synchronous interactive conferences with each other. A personal learning environment, by contrast, does not place a large piece of software at the center. Rather, the model is you, the smiling individual, are at the center, and then you access your content and services from different places all over the web. You can still access a learning management system, but you're also accessing things like iBooks, or you're accessing things like Facebook, or you're accessing things like Google Docs, etc. Whatever you want to access, wherever you want to access it. You can see a very clear difference between these two systems, right? The learning management system is centralized, whereas a personal learning environment is decentralized. Now, an advocate of a learning management system might say, well, it doesn't really matter if you're decentralized because we can offer all of these services, videos, social network, discussion boards, live online conferences, etc., all in the one single place, just by offering extensions. We can even emulate a massive open online course simply by adding social networking features.
An LMS, such as Moodle or D2L, contains all of the basic items needed to deliver an online course, such as gradebook, content, discussion, calendar, polls, Dropbox, and quizzes. And on LMSs we have online resources that are gathered to develop a course, such as Google Docs, Sumeta, Flubaroo, Inbox, Register, Collaborate Classroom, Blogger, and Google Drive, to name a few. On the next slide, I discuss the difference between an LMS and a PLE.
Hello PLE, how are you?
Hello LMS. I am fine.
I heard that you think that I am on my way out, and that you think that institutions will be relying more on your platform.
What do you expect? With all the tools out there to promote individualized learning, it was bound to happen sooner or later.
but my platform ensures that everyone is all in the same place and accessing the same materials through the same portal.
I think that is part of the problem because it personalizes learning. What about those students who would learn better by using their own platforms to learn?
Tell me how you think this could work, while making sure that everything the students do is in the same central place for the instructor to be able to access.
Well, students can set up their own sites, like Weebly, where they can house assignments, blogs, and links out to Facebook or Twitter or any other resources they are using for their learning. They can then give the instructor the link to their site. The students don't need to use one particular resource and can use resources they feel will best match their learning style.
What about tests? Keeping track of when things are due, and content? How will the instructor deal with all of these areas if all of the students are on different sites?
Well, this is where you can become part of the wonderful world of PLE, become part of the student's personal learning system. Instead of being the hub of the learning, you are one of the spokes. Your instructor can still have a gradebook, content, and a calendar. The student with my PLE learning environment doesn't have to go through your LMS to access their data. They choose what they want to give to your LMS. They have control over their own data and also how they want it to be displayed. I am sorry to say that your Moodle and D2L formats are a tad boring. Also, others who are not part of your LMS can be included in the student's learning because they will be able to access the student's personal learning platforms.
Wow, this sounds like it would really facilitate personalized learning. I can see that my LMS way could be so much more other than just a portal for dishing out assignments, grading, and the like. I can see now how students can, for example, use Facebook and Twitter as a way to facilitate discourse, build a sense of community, and discuss content rather than using only the discussion area of my LMS.
I am glad that you are seeing how we can work together to enable students to build a truly individualized learning environment.
Yes, and I have also realized that the instructor really only needs to be able to have access to the student's housing site to be able to grade assignments and view the progress of each student. I think that I will find that the instructors of my LMS will realize also that there are many forms of collaborating on projects and producing assignments outside of my LMS, such as Collaborate Classroom, Google Docs, and sites like Extranormal.
I am so glad we had this discussion. I think we will be a big part of the future of education as we work together to facilitate effective learning practices for students. I know that Ms. Christensen is very interested in developing such a learning environment for her face-to-face classroom.
I am now also excited about working with you as well. See you in cyberspace, PLE.
U2LMS.